Hello, my friends. Okay, what we'll be doing now is most of the prep work for the cameras that we are putting up with the security lights. Trying to do as much as possible on the ground because of my fear of heights. And let's get started. Okay, what I've done is I used a 4-core cable here. So the 2 cores I'm using to supply power to the camera itself, and then the other 2 cores will be used for the lights itself. Power plugged in. Okay, that's plugged in. And now our cable for the camera itself. I don't know if you can see here. That's in. And now it's just to get everything in here, and now I must connect the lights as well. Just clean up these ends. Let's just have a look here how long it actually has to be. This is a bracket that will come on here. That's what come with this. Okay, I can cut this a little bit shorter. Cut both of them while we edit. Being an electrician and having a fear of heights is not a very good combination. And just a little bit of useless information. It's a fact that more electricians actually fall to death than what actually shock to death. And the reason for that is when you have to put your safety harness around the pole, often, especially with wooden poles, you get something that pricks you and it actually gives you the sensation of a shock, because that's what you would be expecting up there. And then they let go and actually fall to their death, which is something I hope I never have to experience. I have fallen off a ladder once though and broke my wrist. And that was while I was doing work at a cool drink factory. And the floor was quite slippery and the ladder slipped out under me. But it wasn't a very high fall, probably about 2 meters at most. But it was still not a pleasant experience. Why must everything fall when you're busy? And these security cameras and lights are now becoming urgent because there's been a lot of activity with the criminals in our area again. So rather get them up. We had quite a couple of burglaries in the workshop, and the instant the cameras went up around the workshop, that was also the end of the burglaries. So clearly we're dealing at least with criminals that are camera shy and don't want to be caught on camera. I had a home theater system which I used as a radio basically for the workshop. And with one of the burglaries, they stole that but left all the speakers and stuff. And it's only later on dawned on me that the system looked exactly like a recording device for cameras. And I probably thought, well, there's evidence here, we need to get rid of it. Okay, let's get this on. Get everything shoved in here. Let me just try and get this cable a bit out of the way. That's in. And that's in. Well, I'll have to make the little cutout a little bit bigger. This is more than what the camera was actually designed to have in it. And from there on it should go a lot easier. All the wires have fallen out again too. Okay. Now let's just get all the wires tucked in again. Because of the bracket here, that will be tilting the camera a bit. And also what I found with the other PTZ camera, it actually needs to tilt up a little bit. Because when you use the camera, it doesn't go as far. It can tilt more downwards than far. So okay. Starting to slot up. Back to this last one. There we go. Okay, I stuffed myself around a little bit. Thought I'll rather put them in the front, and then after that decided now the bottom will work fine. Okay, let's get this started up. And amazingly, these are identical lights, bought on the same day, but the brackets are different. So that I can't really explain. Okay, that one's done. Okay, this one is done. Let's get the next fittings for the side lights. Let's mount the lights that's going to the sides. I do believe we have total overkill here as far as lights go, but I'd rather have too much than too little. And I'd rather put more up now than have to climb up the pole again. So let's tighten them up. There we go. Now there's another one exactly the same. And then we're ready to go and install on the pole.